What's up, it's 6021 Gaming here. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded, and as an MK fan, I just had to jump on what I've experienced last night. So I've watched the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, the new release for 2026. Warning, this is going to be spoilers as well as my review on the movie, and you know what all went down. So first and foremost, if you are a true hardcore Mortal Kombat fan and you stick to the lore of the game, I would say that you are going to be disappointed. Let me just be upfront with you. So there's a couple of cool things in the movie, and then there's also things that was like, why would they consider doing that? And I mean, like Ed Boon was part of this, so why would he even allow things to happen? So I'm just gonna say what was good for the movie is number one, CGI and graphics definitely good, was perfect. The fight scenes was definitely good. Some fights were too short, in my opinion, and most of the good things in this movie you've already seen watching the trailers. What I can say about the movie is that it definitely had potential to be much more better than the first one, but at the same time, you can see that the movie was made by the exact same people, which was Simon McCoy, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we all want Liu Kang to be Earthrealm champion, but they mention it in this movie that he is the best fighter they have, but at the same time, it's not centered really around Liu Kang. So the movie basically starts off with them seeking to go get assistance from Johnny Cage to assist him to basically win this tournament, right? So we have Earthrealm versus Outworld, but as we know, we've seen in the trailer that Shah Khan defeats King Jared, and then he wants to take over Adenia. So, honestly speaking, there was no use for Johnny Cage in this movie. He can't really fight. He does not really fight in this movie. Literally to the close to the end of the movie, he kinda gets some sort of power, if you want to say it that way. But we all know when it comes to Mortal Kombat, each character does actually have abilities. So yeah, it's not really centered around him. The main focus, in my opinion, about this movie is Kitana. She is the centered one, from the start until the end. Just gonna get straight to the end of, of this movie, but the final fight is Shao Kahn versus Kitana, you know. So yeah, obviously she's avenging her father's death, and then the best fight scene has to be this one, which is Liu Kang and Kung Lao. That is the best fight scene out of this whole movie. Scorpion was there literally only at the end of the movie, just for the sneak peek, as well as Sub-Zero's Bihan, which is Noob Saibot. He was just there for the sneak peek. They did Noob Saibot very well in terms of fighting, and his representation in costume done awesome. It seems like he's also moving over to the Mortal Kombat 3. There is going to be one. There wasn't much seen, not even Shang Tsung had a lot of screen time. The person for me that were betrayed very badly is Quan Chi, because we all know Quan Chi is a fighter. He's also, I'm not sure if you can say a sorcerer, but kind of in that line. They made him look really phony. And speak about phony, don't even let me get started on Baraka. Baraka was, yo, his adaptation of Baraka was bad in this movie. He does not really have any fight scenes. He doesn't have any common sense or knowledge, and the portrayal of Baraka was just extremely bad, guys. Like honestly speaking, there's a scene in this movie where Carl Urban is a great actor. Don't get me wrong, but he just wasn't suited for this character. Most of the time, you can pick up that it's not him actually fighting. You know, it is a stunt double. And yeah, so there's a scene before where Johnny Cage does the nutcracker to Baraka, which is extremely goofy and cheesy, and you might likely gonna think to yourself, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It just didn't make sense. So apparently Kung Lao makes an appearance where he throws his hat or his razor hat comes to him, and as it comes to him, it slits Raiden's throat, and Raiden gets impacted, losing some sort of powers. His powers then get taken away from him, and it's got to do with the talisman. So if you guys are familiar, I think it's MKX, where Shinnok has the talisman and the power and all those type of things. So yeah, it basically follows a little bit of that, but um, there is some cool fighting scenes, you know. So I'm gonna say it again. This 2021 version of Mortal Kombat, as well as the 2026 version of Mortal Kombat, is mainly for new viewers and new generation. But if you stick to the law, I think 1995 adaptation and 1997 has the best adaptation for what Mortal Kombat is supposed to be. They stick very close to the game and to the lore and to the characters' backgrounds. Whereas this was just, put together and let's just see what we can make from it. Jade as an actor was good, but this representation of Jade, we all know it's not her. Jade is supposed to be smoking hot. Jade is supposed to be, very fierce. But yeah, I don't know what happened because, as far as we all know, Kitana and Melina are sisters, but the story picks up with Jade kind of being Kitana's bodyguard, underneath Shao Kahn's watch. So yeah, I must say big ups to Ludi Lin for playing Liu Kang. I think he stepped up his game from the 2021 version to the Mortal Kombat 2. Dude got more buffed, I must say, and he got more screen time and fighting time, and his firework in terms of his fighting styles is very much accurate to the game. So thumbs up. So Kung Lao, Ludi Lin's Liu Kang definitely has been awesome. As I mentioned, Noob Saibot's appearance has been awesome. Scorpion did not get a lot of screen time. And I think the best thing that happened in this movie is Cole Young dies. That was like, okay, the fans didn't want this guy, let me just end him now so that we know he's not coming back. So that's kind of what it looked like from what I picked up. But yeah, out of all the characters, Mortal Kombat has a huge roster, and out of all the characters, they decided to start 2021 version with some random dude that nobody even know about. That's still crazy until today. But it kind of worked out, and that's why we have the sequel. So look, I'm gonna say, if you didn't watch the 2021 version, it does not matter because it doesn't really follow up, so to say. So it's not like you're missing out anything. Yeah, so graphics and CGI works is good. Like I said, they have all the essence. This could have been better. My only problem with this movie is that there was probably just 5 or 6 scenes, which is exactly the same over and over and over. The background scene, so it's the same as the 2021 version where they were in this cave practicing for the Arcana or something like that. And the whole movie, you're just seeing the same thing over and over. So it was kind of annoying. But yeah, I think it worked in a sense of, just trying to get this across. To me, it felt like watching episode 2 from a series. It wasn't really that hype. You're not feeling really that hype at impact like the 95 or the 97 version has when it comes down to fighting. The beat is dropping, the music is playing, you're feeling amped up to you feel like you wanna join this fight, it's not giving actually that. It's just more entertainment than anything else. So should you go watch it in cinema? Look, it's entirely up to you. Um, if you, I'm not sure if this is going to be playing on HBO, but there's no rush to go watch this movie, in my honest opinion. And I mean, like, as a MK fan, like, I really expected more. But look, it is what it is. It is a bit better than the first one for of the 2021 version. I just felt like they could have done so much more. Raiden does not fight at all once again. His character is not coming close to the 1997 version of Raiden, you know. So yeah, so that's basically the review and the spoiler from my side. If you guys do like the video, please do hit the like, subscribe, comment down below, and let me know if I should be doing more reviews on movies other than just Mortal Kombat. So yeah, cheers out guys. Peace.